Welcome to another episode of Obscured Reality. Join your hosts, Mark and Stephanie, as they take you through a journey of the extraordinary, bizarre, and often frightening world of the unknown. Explore topics of the paranormal, UFOs, alien abduction, lost civilizations, mythical monsters, and other unexplained mysteries. Come along with us as we transcend into another dimension of obscured reality.
Welcome back to Obscured Reality, your mom's reality. Mark and Stevie, we are back with you again. How's it going, Stevie?
You really reeled in on that one. You're about to be like, how the fuck have you been? Just say it. It's fine.
Yeah. Hey, fuck. How's it going?
Pretty damn good, as always.
Okay. Well, cool. This cord's bugging the hell out of me tonight, but that's all right, because I'm going to make up for it right here. We got a short one for you tonight. Well, I always say that.
Yeah, I was going to say we say that, and then like an hour and a half later, we're still going, so we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, it is, but I'm sure we'll have some stuff to talk about with it, but you remember, man, should we take a break?
Oh no, someone just needs to go to bed now.
Go to bed. All right.
Have dogs, they said. It would be fun, they said.
So you remember the whistleblower, air quote, David Grush?
Yes.
Okay. Well, some stuff came out last week.
Lord.
You guys might have heard it. Nothing huge, but there's potential. Nothing from him. Of course, we haven't really got much from him except hearsay as of yet. But there's a top UFO investigative journalist by the name of Michael Shellenberger. I've never heard of the guy. He has reported that as many as 30 non-human craft have been recovered by intel officials. Now, hold up.
Okay.
We'll get there.
That's a pretty high number.
Yeah, this potential UFO bombshell obviously comes amid national attention on the issue after we all know, the congressional hearing on UAPs. So this is a quote from him. He was on former Fox anchor Glenn Beck's YouTube channel. He said, very, very senior people with high security clearances were afraid to talk to me. I believe that if they had talked to me publicly, it could have been very bad for them. They were straight up. There's somewhere at least on the north side of a dozen retrieved non-human craft. I have other people that say it's up to 30, and that's all since World War II. This is what he said in the interview with Glenn Beck. He noted that there was the potential to finally get to the bottom of the issue now that there is an interest among lawmakers in the U.S. surrounding UFOs. So these comments obviously come after former intelligence official and U.S. Air Force officer David Grush told multiple media outlets that he had conversations with unnamed U.S. officials, which led him to believe the government maintained a secret UFO program. So Grush, we know he went in front of Congress July 26, 2023. He claimed that he was informed in the course of his official duties of a multi-decade UAP crash retrieval and reverse engineering program for which he was denied access. So we already know this. He told House members that, that we had retrieved non-human biological material from the crashes. Obviously, several experts cast doubt on Grush's claims, citing a lack of hard evidence for UFOs.
Yeah.
The writer made the claims citing officials with high security clearance who had allegedly confirmed multiple non-human craft have been recovered by the U.S. government. Yeah. So,
just right off the bat,
yeah, man, what's up?
I cannot believe that it's upwards of 30.
Why?
Now see just topping a dozen. Okay. That I can believe.
Since World War II, you don't think possibly 30?
I just don't. I have a harder time believing that.
Why? Why is 30 too high, but a dozen or a few more than a dozen isn't?
I just feel like 30 is a lot of aliens that fucked up and got caught.
Well,
I don't see America being like maybe 30 total all over the world, all governments included in that.
Well, yeah, I mean that could be.
But
I mean, if you, so okay, here we go. So this is why the show, as short as what I have is, and I'm actually almost done. This is why we're gonna probably jump up to an hour and a half. So let's just shoot the shit.
Yep.
I would argue now. I mean, obviously, we're not saying that. We know there's no proof or even evidence of life anywhere but here, craft from anywhere but here. Mm-hmm. But it's very clear, it's very true that something is going on, right? If you look back through the history, history,
the human history, the history,
yeah, the history of UFOs, you see in a gajillion of these stories, the ones that take place in other countries, what happens almost every time? We saw U.S. military, U.S. government, some type of U.S. agents showing up. They've always taken over the crash sites, the down sites, whatever. They've always come and retrieved everything. So this is from all over the world. This is what happens more than half the time, it seems, So, if this is true, if these are craft from life from somewhere else, like Zeta Testiculi, I mean, I don't see 30 as too high, just because we seem to be involved no matter where the fuck they crash or get shot down. It's really odd. Rendlesham Forest, that's not here. You got obviously Roswell, that's here. Every other incident, I believe the Virginia incident, even though supposedly it was their military involved, I believe later down the road it was us who came and took control of these entities or whatever the hell was going on. So look, they could say 100, they could say 1. Ultimately, it doesn't matter until they provide proof. And then we can get to 30's too high or 30's too fucking low, right? But right now, shit's all words. So say 1,000, I don't fucking care. It doesn't matter how many or how little until you're going to provide proof of at least 1 and prove it ain't from here.
Yeah. That's yes.
So, I mean, I get what you're saying. Seems like a lot, but, thinking back through the history, the United States, the people, seem to be involved no matter where these alleged incidents take place.
That's very on brand for America, to be involved in everything, everywhere.
To be involved in everyone else's toilet and telling them how to flush it and how to clean up and
that
everything.
It should spin this particular direction, even though they're south of the equator. Yeah.
Let's see how long it takes us to get involved with Israel and Iran right now.
I do.
That just started up. So, all right. So
opinions. That's gonna be the show after the show.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That one's called The Shit Show. Whoa. Okay. So another quote here. One can state objectively that his claims are 2 steps removed from being earth-shattering. I believe they're referring to Grush.
2 steps removed from being earth-shattering. It's the best backhanded compliment ever.
And it doesn't matter if they're talking about Grush or about Shellenberger, because it's kind of the same claims. What Shellenberger's saying and Grush. So
a whole lot of nothing.
Yeah,
but a
2
lot
steps
of words.
removed. Yeah, 2 steps removed from both of them. And nothing against it, right? I mean, Grush might be telling the God's honest truth, but then again, Grush could also be getting played. But then again, the people talking to Grush could have been telling the truth, but ultimately
he's telling his truth, whether it's the actual truth.
Yeah, as of right now, the only important part out of this whole thing with Grush is that he went on record in a congressional hearing, on record, in a legal manner to portray this information. So he is now responsible. If he is knowingly lying, he could face some major consequences for that. So that's the important thing about it, which is
telling
good.
The truth part.
Yeah,
that kind of make
which
you
is
swear
good.
upon.
But if there's a cover up, if there is some disinformation bullshit going on, and if Grush is part of it, even if he knows he's part of it, and he's just like ha ha ha, even if that were the case, I would argue that anything would come of it if it was found out he was full of shit and it was all disinformation, because the people backing him are clearly at a higher level or more control than everybody else. So, they'll have his back, maybe. But, I'm just saying, hypothetically speaking, if that's the case, I don't think anything would happen to him anyways, unless he wasn't involved in anything and he's just straight up personally coming out with some bullshit for whatever reason. But it's on the record. I highly doubt that. And I'm going to say this on Grush. As much as, all his testimony is complete hearsay and does really not much of anything, I did see another podcast with him, and it's this group of guys, and it was kind of nice to see, because you get to see Grush talk on a more personal level, a more down-to-earth level, not in this formal congressional hearing format, right? And they even throughout the podcast, what they were doing is they were doing recordings. They'd go out for different hikes and stuff, and while they were doing that, they'd stop to take breaks and they'd record. They'd record, really cool. Yeah. They'd ask them questions and stuff. So it was actually kind of nice, because I'll tell you this. I said it before, probably on our Grush show. I am not convinced by anything he said. The reason why is I just got red flags popping up all over the place when he spoke. He had a grin on his face half the time. The way he talked, his mannerisms, something didn't sit right. And I also mentioned there's some very professional, good profilers, facial recognition experts, those types of people that read body language. They look at your actual language, what your facial expressions are. We're talking about professionals. I've seen numerous shows with these guys. Yeah. Some of them, at least one of them, possibly two, did this for the government as well. So they know their shit.
Yeah.
And they all are, for the most part, calling him out in some manner, just saying, hey, he might not even be not knowingly lying. We don't even know if he's lying. But what we're saying is there's red flags popping up. Like, there's something wrong here. That's their opinion from their professional opinions, right? So I was already on board with that before I even saw that stuff. Just watching him at the congressional hearing, I'm like, the sincerity level was not there for me. So it was nice to see this podcast, because he talked in a much more down-to-earth format, like he would if he was sitting here with you or I, which will never fucking happen.
Do you think that the reason that he was smiling and I guess the body language was off was because maybe he was nervous about the formal setting, and therefore, I don't know, because like when I'm in really awkward situations, I laugh and smile at the most inappropriate fucking times.
This
Can't help
guy,
it. I don't. Look, I'm
This
just
guy,
trying to play devil's advocate here.
okay, um, this guy's a professional. He knows his shit. He knows what he's doing. He's very smart.
No,
Other
fuck
people
me
that have
then.
worked with him, that have worked for him, have backed up his personality, who he is, and they said this guy is top notch. He's a straight up guy. Um, the format he worked in before, he's used to dealing with higher ups. He's used to talking to people. I understand what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get that feeling with him. And yeah, fuck you. You said it. You said it. Not me. Just agreeing. I've always been told to agree. And it still doesn't still never fucking works. So I understand what you're saying. I don't get that from him.
Mhm.
I don't know why. But it's kind of the same thing with Lazar. Hey, are you ghosting me with your cell phone?
I am not ghosting you. I have a cat right in front of me.
Oh.
Yeah, she keeps like pawing at me, and I just gotta keep trying to swat her away. Like, I love you, but goodbye.
Yeah. Put her outside for an hour. Outside, not outside the room, outside the house.
No, do you know how fast she'd get hit by a car? I live on a main road, bro. No. I'll
Right.
just kick her out of the room.
That was the
Oh
idea.
my God. Just the room.
Yeah. Missing cat signs everywhere. No. It's not missing. Your cat was lunch for a coyote.
No, it was not around here. No, there's no coyotes around here.
Well, anyway, so if we look at Bob Lazar,
Mhm.
he kind of has some of these same qualities when he speaks. Every time I've seen him speak, he always at random little times in these documentaries or these interviews he's done, he'll be talking about stuff and he'll kind of get the little grin on his face, and then it kind of goes away, and he doesn't talk like you're stupid and he's smart, but you kind of get a sense of that around sometimes. So I don't think it's quite that. I don't know how to explain it, but you kind of see a little bit of the same traits with Lazar, and we know Lazar's story is highly questionable, just because he straight up lied to George Knapp. George Knapp proved that back in '89. So moving on, this is a quote. We'll reread this. One can state objectively that his claims are 2 steps removed from being earth-shattering. I
will never get over that comment. It's so great.
If you keep stopping me at that comment, I'm going to have to keep rereading it. I'm just kidding. Although I do like it. It is.
I mean, you did the same thing to me with Virginia. But I feel like the more you say your phrase, the less effect it has on me. So backfire.
Virginia is a special one. There's a reason why for that one, and that wasn't you. It's just the name. I mean, Virginia, testiculi, zeta. I mean, you can't not.
Men are for Mars, women are for Venus, but on a totally different level.
Not only has he not shared any verifiable evidence, photographs, artifacts, or any other manner of data, but he also has not personally seen or touched any of the objects he references. So this should be about Grush. So that quote was from John Semester of NASA's UAP Independent Study Team. Well, I can't really take John Semester's word for a horse's ass because he's part of NASA. NASA's part of the government, and NASA ain't doing shit. So
it's true. You hear SpaceX in the news, like you don't hear NASA. Wow.
Let me hear it from SpaceX.
Damn.
For the most part, non-government affiliated, other than the government saying, hey, we have a package. We want you to transport it to space. We want you to drop it off. Don't ask questions. Here's $1 gazillion. Perfect, right? But he doesn't work for
it's like
them.
The transporter, but space.
Yeah. He doesn't work for them. He works with them once in a while, transporting their shit, and that's it. So, he's Michael Shellenberger's a UFO journalist. He's claiming some people within the government have told him basically the USA doesn't have just one craft; it has dozens. I mean, that's it. But that came out recently, so we'll have to get this out recent soon. Jeez, it's already taken effect, guys.
What? The
I
alcohol?
I don't even feel it, and I feel like I'm having a sneezer.
Do you smell toast? Sorry.
I love toast. I love it so much I smell it all the time. My left arm kind of hurts. Honestly, though, my left arm does hurt. I went to the ER recently for it. I'll tell you later. Yeah, it's a thing. So
can
yeah,
all my
that's
family
it.
members just stop, please? Y'all stop. And then it's my siblings too. So y'all, all of y'all, just fucking stop, please.
Okay. Well, you go ahead and crawl inside my body, preferably from the rear orifice and not the front one, and go ahead and fix whatever issues going on with my shoulder. That'd be amazing. That'd be amazing. Probably stems from a motorcycle accident about 20 years ago. So, fuck me, right? Look, Mac 9. Yeah. All I see is mac and cheese. So anyway,
it's a weird company.
I told you it's a short one. 20 minutes we're at. But I don't know. What do you think? I mean, this is another guy coming out, journalist. How do we not know that maybe it's the same people coming to him that went to Grush? And we know nothing about it because if these people aren't coming forward publicly, then it doesn't matter. You can tell me your 500-pound mother ran a race in the fucking Olympics 2 years ago. Great. It doesn't fucking matter until you prove it. Maybe she did. It doesn't mean she won. She might have ran 5 steps. Great. These could be the same people that Grush had spoken with coming to this Michael Shellenberger guy. We don't know.
No,
These people need to come out.
Personally,
These people need to come out. That's what needs to happen. If, everyone is saying that if this is true, then this is being illegally withheld from the government. This whole thing has been completely illegal for, one of the reasons because there's supposed to be congressional oversight over the fucking spending. And there isn't. And we know for a fact that the government has been studying UFOs since, Lou Elizondo came out in 2017, 2018, saying he ran the program. He had already run it for 4 or 5 years prior to coming out. We know he met a guy at a conference that came up to him.
He was running it before him, yeah. And he was supposed to be the first. Yep.
And it was already known as a very, very high likelihood in the UFO community way prior to that the government was studying this way prior to that. So it just got proven with Lou Elizondo, right? So,
yeah,
there's clearly no congressional oversight. Otherwise, they wouldn't be raising a stink about it either. So, if this is all being done illegally, then just fucking come out publicly. Do it the right way to start. But, if it was done illegally, I don't see why they can't just come out and say whatever the fuck they want. It's kind of like, let's say I'm walking down the street and I got a little baggie of crack on me, right? And you come walking by and you see the baggie of crack in my hand and you grab it and run away. You just stole my fucking crack. I call the police. The police show up. I'm like, they just stole my crack. Okay, you're going to fucking jail. You can't steal something that's been stolen. I mean, you can, right? But it's a thing in law, unless that has changed at some point. But last I recall, you can't steal something that's been stolen in a legal manner. So I don't know how it works. I don't know details on it, but I don't know. I mean, I'm interested to hear more. I'm interested to see what comes out. Supposedly, quite a few of these people will be coming out. I believe I've heard that from Jeremy Corbell and George Knapp on Weaponized podcast.
How long ago did they say that, though?
I mean, this is all recent.
Okay.
Yeah, so it looks like people are going to be coming out. How many, I don't know.
But
But
unless they
again,
bring evidence, it's just words.
give me a P. P. Give me an F. F. Give me an E. E. What's that spell? Proof, fucking facts,
I
and
was gonna say
fucking
PFE.
evidence. I mean, I can come out and
Oh,
go
can
to
you?
Congress. I can come out and go to Congress and tell them I worked in one of these programs, and they could put me on the nightly news at a congressional hearing, but it doesn't mean shit
Mm-mm.
unless I'm providing something.
Mm-hmm.
So if they want the public backing, which it sounds like they're going to need, they're going to have to provide more to the public and not just to Congress in a private skiff. Because all it looks to the public like, all it looks to the public is okay, someone said something, prove it.
Yeah.
And they can't, because they don't want to go to prison for spilling the beans on some national security bullshit. Yep. Well, then why come out publicly? You're not gonna get you're gonna gain some attention, but it's not gonna be a ton of fucking attention until you provide the bombshell, which is not words. It's
almost
proof.
like they're saying, we have a secret, but we can't tell you what it is, but we have a secret. And
I told you there's a secret.
And
I'm telling you, we have a secret.
Enough. That's good enough. That should be good enough for you.
Yeah. What's the secret? Yeah. Well, I can't tell you, but I have a secret.
Because it's a secret.
Yeah.
So I can't tell you. But I have a secret.
Yeah. Well, I have a secret too. And my secret is provide some fucking evidence. Seriously. I mean, guys, if it doesn't look like they're actually using this technology, if it looks like they've not been able to reverse engineer it, come out with some proof and just spill the fucking beans. Congress, get some troops together and march your asses with a high level amount of security into these locations where the shit's supposedly at, and go fucking verify for yourself. Take names, take numbers, and fucking put them away if you need to. But go do it. Start at Papoose Lake. Bring a helicopter with ground penetrating radar so you can verify if there's 9 hangars underneath the mountain, but up against the lake. Go to these other sites where there's Wright-Patterson and force it. What are they going to do? Are they going to kill you? No, you're coming in there with the amount of force they have. Fucking stand
off. It was
off.
A firefight. Sorry.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I mean, it's interesting to hear. I'm glad it's another person saying it. I believe people have come to him. So I don't doubt that. But again, it's nothing more than Grush said. I don't care how many craft.
Yeah. It's just a lot of words to say nothing.
Yeah,
again.
Prove it. You want public backing. You're going to have to provide.
You got to give us more than words at this point.
Yeah. Definitively, definitely. Yes. 100%. So, yep, that's it.
Yep.
That's a short one, just to get that one out of the way. Woo! Man, that took a long time. Like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Ooh, comment down there, guys. Let us know what you think. If you have a obscure story of your own, shoot us an email, obscured with a D, obscuredr1@gmail.com. Type story in the subject line so we know what it's for. We'll tell your story on here anonymously. If you want to come on, be a guest, tell your own story, and we can chat. We can do that. It's very simple for you to do as well. So you can do so anonymously or not anonymously, up to you. But we would appreciate it. I think it'd be great. Stevie, got some bells?
Yes. Click that bell so you're notified every Friday when a new episode airs. Sometimes we do release little episodes throughout the week, depending on what's happening in the media. But yeah, don't want to miss anything, and hitting that bell and sharing, commenting, subscribing, it all really helps us one person at a time. tell your friends, share it far and wide. We'd appreciate it all.
Why are we looking at cat butthole?
She deemed it necessary. If I have to see it, y'all have to see it.
So many comments come to mind, but I'm not going to say them. She looks like she got a little butthole on her forehead there.
It's her little gray spot. Because my mom calls her Smudge and refuses to call her by her actual name of Molly Murder Mittens. Oh,
Smudge? Yeah,
yes.
She got that smudge because she's been sniffing too much ass.
She does get a little dangerously close to her sister's butt, so you never know.
Oh.
Animals.
All right, guys.
Weirdos.
Thanks for joining the shit show tonight. We are Obscured Reality.
Yes, we are.
You don't swear. That's not fucking okay. We are going to catch you guys on the flip side, west side, something. Peace. What's so funny?
Thanks for watching. Be sure to check back with us often for new episodes. Feel free to drop a comment and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Obscured Reality.